Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So tonight's presentation is on cybersecurity by myself and Cadet First Sergeant Orgelis.
So we are going to talk about cybersecurity, the cyber web, cyber defense, cyber in the military world, cyber in the civilian world, and then cyber in the CAP world.
There are two main parts of the cyber web. There is cyber defense and cybersecurity. Cyber defense is finding and neutralizing threats to a government or nation. Cybersecurity is defending or keeping certain information safe.
What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. These cyber attacks are usually aimed at accessing or destroying sensitive information and disrupting regular business. Implementing effective cybersecurity measures is particularly challenging today because there are more devices than people, and attackers are becoming more innovative.
So in the armed forces, cybersecurity and the cyber web is a big part. So therefore, it's growing and there's more of it. So there are different branches in the military, as you all know. And cybersecurity is a big part in the Air Force and the Navy, and cyber defense is bigger in the Army and the Marine Corps. The Coast Guard has both, but it leans towards cyber defense.
So we at Cybersecurity Academy last year, both Lieutenant Bashib and I did career dossiers. Um, his was the cyber warfare operator, a cybersecurity professional tasked with defending a domain or attacking a domain. This would depend on the situation. His dossier link is at the bottom. Mine was military occupation specialty 17 Charlie or 17C. 17C is a cyber operations specialist. This is specifically an Army MOS, and their job is to safeguard Army intelligence and information. I could not find the link to mine.
Cybersecurity in the civilian world is growing as a career and a job. It's growing by 32%, and other occupations are only growing by about 7%. So here are a few graphs and information on the need of cybersecurity. I'll give you a second to look over those. Chicago is of course bigger because it is a city, so, and same with New York and Boston. And the certain job we're looking at here is the cybersecurity analyst. They are the civilian job of the cyber warfare operator.
So, how to use cybersecurity on social media apps. Instagram, obviously, never give your password to anybody. Well, anybody you don't trust. Turn two-factor authentication for additional account security. Make sure your email account is secure. Uh, Snapchat, share only with friends. Turn ghost mode on your location. Disable quick add and stop sharing usage data. Facebook, use login alerts and two-factor authentication, and then TikTok, turn on account privacy.
So with cybersecurity, it's always good to have a strong password. So this is how to make a strong password. So a password should be at least 8 to 12 characters or more, has two or more numbers, and at least one uppercase and one lowercase letter, and two or more special characters. So for a password, you should make sure that it's something that you can't forget and something only you would know, because a password would be pointless if someone else knew it. They could easily get your account. And if someone else knows it, it's possible that a lot of other people will know it, and that could mean hackers and malicious people.
There is there are two parts of the Cadet Cyber program. There are academies and training. There is a Michigan Cyber Academy, which both Lieutenant Boschub and I have attended. There's also Cadet National Cyber Training in Texas, Virginia, and Florida. Both of these programs have advanced courses consisting of cyber systems and networking systems.
So this is going to be a little bit of information on Cyber Patriot, which is a bigger part of cybersecurity in the cadet world. So Cyber Patriot is a virtual platform. Well, it's virtual now because of COVID, but Cyber Patriot is where you come together as a team and secure a poorly secured system, and you can get various amounts of points for securing different parts of the system. You can find more information at the Cyber Patriot website.
Are there any questions?
I have one personally. It's kind of directed towards Lieutenant Bosch. He was on the Cyber Patriot team. What is something that if somebody was interested in doing Cyber Patriot, what is something that they can expect during the practices and during the competitions? What can they expect to see out of it?
So for Cyber Patriot, they can expect to see various ciphers and the different policies in the computer. So if something such as I'm looking for a word. Say a certain rule in the computer is a rule that can be easily broken or worked around, you would want to change that, and that's something that you're looking for in Cyber Patriot. But there are 2 forensic questions with every Cyber Patriot round, and with that comes, I would say, more fun things to do, like ciphers and other things like that, like hashes, firewalls, all that fun stuff. So there are forensic questions, which are the funner stuff. So that's a little something you can look forward to in Cyber Patriot.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Anything? Okay, we have a fun activity for you guys to do. There are more information here, but we have a fun activity. Tyson, would you like to take this slide?
Sure. Go ahead and get on. Wait. Hold on. Get on quizzes, or just type in joinmyquiz.com and then type in that game code. Please use your real name.
So I'm going to pull up the interactive scoreboard on my end so you guys can see that. Oh, okay, this is going to change the game code. So can you guys still hear me? I'll say this game code out loud. It's different than the one that is on the slide presentation. I will also copy it. Maybe. So if you guys join that, I see Tyson, you've already joined. So this quizzes doesn't have, it's not on the importance of cybersecurity or anything like that. It's on a different topic, which is a little more widely known, and it is phishing and document phishing. So they're out there looking for your personal information by sending very confusing messages asking you for your information. So this is a fun quiz to see how well you would react to certain situations. So for this quiz, I've put together a few questions, a few different types of questions. A few would be like, is this a hack or not a hack? So questions like that. I will start this. How many people are in the weekly meeting? I'll start it a few before that. Okay. We have 12 people, 13 people. I will start it at 7:45. So everybody please get on. This is a very fun activity. And a few of these phishing attacks you might even have heard of, so be aware of that. And make sure to select all that apply when select all that apply questions come up. You guys will hopefully be able to see your scores at the end and see how you do. We might open this up for discussion after this is over and we can talk about a few of the questions we saw. So here it goes. I hope you are all ready. We're starting. Okay, guys, when you guys are finishing up, you guys did fairly well. Most phishing attacks result in almost 80% of the identity being given. So you guys got about 70%. So you guys did very well. Because this was just images, it would be hard to verify the links. So you guys did really good. I applaud you guys all for trying this. Great job to a lot of you guys held up streaks of 8 or 9. That's very good. I don't know if you guys can see the scoreboard I have pulled up, but you guys did really good. So back to this. I hope you guys liked the activity. I say we open this up for discussion. So what did you guys think? Great activity? Would you have fallen victim to the phishing attack? Oh, guys, I just looked at the chat. So great, you guys liked the activity. Andrew, I'm sorry you got 17. You guys did really good. I'll announce the top 3. We have Virgo, BotchTube, Little BotchTube, and Braden Schrock. Great job, you guys. Braden, you got 3rd. Colonel Schrock, you got 3rd.
It showed up. It showed up as second for me at the very end there. So
Looks like you got
if
surpassed.
third is okay with me, though, I'm fine with third. That works too. Still podium.
Yeah, it looks like you got surpassed by my brother there.
Yeah, you know that could have been rigged. Good job, Trenton.
So, you guys all did great once again. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Any questions before we wrap this up? On the activity, the slides, anything. Cyber Patriot, Cyber Academy.
I got one for the entire squadron. Put it in the chat. I thought that activity was pretty fun myself. I like the quiz type thing. Put in the chat if you would be interested in doing like a kind of a fun, kind of a game night, but it's still educational where we do that. Use that a quiz system, but we quiz you guys on like basic cap knowledge. Put down in the chat if you would like to see that. Maybe have a competition with each other. Maybe one on Top Gun references, something like that. Have some fun with it. Put down if you'd like to see that.
Lieutenant Schrock, how about like Band of Brothers?
I love Band of
The
Brothers,
BLS
absolutely, but I don't think everybody's seen Band of Brothers.
But if you went to RCLS, you've seen it. So it's a good leadership opportunity to know about Band of Brothers.
Everybody hold on. Colonel Bryan has just assigned Lieutenant Colonel Braden Schrock an essay. Colonel Bryan has asked Colonel Schrock to prepare a short report on why excellence is a needed core value. Colonel Bryan, when do you want this? When is this due?
All right, next week.
Next
Absolutely,
week.
sir.
All right, I'm gonna set that. Oh my goodness, Colonel Bryan's doing a class on that follows excellent. Dude, I love this. This is great. Okay, Lieutenant Bostube, First Sergeant Borgel, is that everything that you guys have?
That is everything. Thank you guys
Yes,
for your
sir,
time.
that would be all.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you both for creating that class and having that fun activity for us. I kind of found out that I'm very vulnerable to phishing, so please nobody come at me.
Okay.
Cadet Pidrak, are you ready for your presentation?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, you can start whenever you would like.
Quickly, can everyone hear me okay?
Yes, I have you loud and clear.
Yes. Okay. So I was assigned to do a report on Lieutenant Colonel Shauna Kimbrell. And so I basically wrote up a basic report on her life and how she took the path to get where she got today and what was unique about her besides her race while serving in the service. So Kimbrell was born in Lafayette, Indiana, and from a very young age, her parents drilled excellence into her life through her education. And from a very young age, Kimbrell had high standards as she wanted to be an astronaut, but she actually decided that was too boring. And she decided she wanted to become a fighter pilot. So she ended up taking the initiative. She joined Civil Air Patrol and started taking flying lessons at 14. And she eventually ended up graduating from the Air Force Academy in 1998. And she went on to complete the intense pilot training and receiving her wings in 1999. Kimbrell was actually the first African American female fighter pilot in the history of that service, and she flew an F-16 fighting Falcon during combat missions in the Operation Northern Watch. Now, fighter pilots have to go through quite an extensive training, and they have to show a lot of leadership, teamwork, and virtually all fighter pilots are also military officers. And Kimbrell took these qualities to heart and strives to use the qualities to the highest level in her work and in everything she do. And Lieutenant Shauna Kimbrell is especially amazing because of how she broke the barriers in the service, not only with her race, but with her sex, becoming the first African-American female fighter pilot. And she uses the core values in her life almost daily to stay where she is, and she works very hard to accomplish all her goals. And while I was researching her, I found a quote I quite liked, and that is, "You have only one chance in this life, so dream big and be true to yourself, and don't let anything stand in your way." And I think that speaks very well to how she is as a person and how her life shows how you have to strive to achieve your goals and just how hard she worked to get where she is today.